14. And the final rows, Kazra Kamyab, Edward Haynes, John T. Raystrick, Henry Clark, and Laith Khan. Race underway, green flag.
Yep, safely through turn number 1. 33 IAME cadets hammer their way down Dragon Straight, up the hill towards Spoon Curve. Look at that. And it's an ORM 1, 2, 3 at the moment. Domain, Ashcroft and Noah Baglin running 1, 2, 3, and already they're going to try and work together. Kit Malowski earns a warning flag already. Only done 3 corners as Kit, but obviously getting his elbows out early doors. There's that black livery car, very easy to spot there, number 54, Will Green. And down the hill now through Compression Corner. This is Devil's Elbow.
But it really shows there, doesn't it? The undulations that they go when they hit those curves. They jump, don't they?
Look, and if you look at the karts coming out over the curbs there, I mean, all these F1 drivers moaning on about porpoising. Have a think about the poor backs of these young cadet drivers. I mean, they're bouncing around like a can of Mexican jumping beans.
Well, they're malleable.
Yes. Oh, and there's a change to the lead. That looks like Noah Baglin making a move on Jacob Ashcroft. Was it the number 22, number 63 kart of Baglin? No, it wasn't. It was the number 5 kart of Henry Domain moving back into the lead. So Domain leads Ashcroft, Baglin in third. George Edgar, the O-Plate champion, is in fourth. Then a slight gap back to Ethan Woodward, Blair Smith and Kit Bolofsky.
Yeah, so a breakaway from the top 4 at the moment. George Edgar part of that top 4 as well. Slowly breaking away. His teammate Ethan Woodward just behind in P5. Also, actually, I tell a lie, it's Kit Bolofsky who's just behind, actually, and the number 9 who's made up places. Back up into P5 after a bad start. Has dropped already several places.
Sayer getting squeezed. Sorry, Anthony.
No.
Jarlath Sayer was about to have the mother and father of all accidents there going through turn 1, but saved it. He was getting eased wide by Harley Hodgson Wells there and unsettled the number 49 Jamie Gee racing kart, but Jarlath did hold on.
Just.
There is the number 5 of Henry Domain leading Ashcroft, Baglin. Now the 3 ORM karts haven't been able to push away from Edgar and Bolofsky. In fact, Bolofsky has caught George Edgar in 5th position. And we've now got a 5 kart breakaway with a little gap back to Ethan Woodward in the number 83 Fusion kart, running in 6th position.
There we go. Top 3 now starting to break away. Fusion have struggled here this weekend, which is not something that we usually see. Their karts, top of the hill, they do seem to fall away from the ORM karts. They are breaking away slightly, but they have closed back up in this latter section of the lap. They seem to be working better in the twisty part, not the open straight bit.
You know, it's that, you know, the scales
50-50,
of 50-50. Do you go for out-and-out speed or handling?
Yeah.
If you go for handling, which means that you're great through this part of the circuit, then you're going to sacrifice a little bit of the out-and-out speed, which is the first half of the lap.
But if you don't do the first part with the top speed sort of section of it, will you not be close enough then when you get to that twisty section? You'll close in too late. And
that is why anyone will say this is one of the most difficult, challenging circuit place to come to on the British Championship calendar. There is the numbers. Oh, there's Bolofsky and Baglin coming together. Now, they had a little bit of a contretemps on the last lap of the final at Warden Law, which was Bolofsky had a penalty for that, and there was a little bit of wheel-to-wheel dicing there. But Baglin going over the grass, coming through turn number 4, and he's dropped back to 5th position. So Domain and Ashcroft still run 1-2. Then it is Edgar, Bolofsky, Baglin. Kanish Grau is up into 6th position in the number 22 kart, with Blair Smith and Teddy J. Porter now 7th and 8th. Well, this is not something that we've seen much of this year. Of the top 8, we've got 6 ORM drivers and only 2 Fusion drivers, as Ethan Woodward fails to 9th. Sky Parker having a great drive at her home track. She is up 6 places to 10th place. Archie Lovett from 21st to 11th. And then Jesse Phillips, who won the opening round of the championship at... he won the Warden Law round. He won the last round of the championship at Warden Law. He runs in 12th. Then it's Anthony Witkowski, Austin Newstead, Henry Carter, Lewis Islin, Riley Cranham, Jensen Graham, our championship leader, still only 18th. Followed by Will Green and Harley Musk. That's your top 20. All 33 starters still running. There's the number 25 kart on your screen. That is Sky Parker. So the young Welsh lady.
There's lots of practice here, obviously local track.
And
so yeah,
10th at the moment. In the championship, she's 10th as well. So she's been very consistent this year. Can we get up towards the top 6 now, can young Sky?
Have to see what we can do then. 6.5 minutes plus that 1 lap to go. Starting to close in here now between these 2 or 4 drivers, I should say. Domain still leading from Ashcroft. No changes there. 2 just behind as well. 2 RRM, Baglin and Kanish Rao. Kanish with the fastest lap of the race earlier on. That's been taken away now by George Edgar and the O plate. Again, just slossing in. You can just see all of them looking behind. No one defending. Everyone just saying, right, come on, let's just keep going. Here we go. Here we go. Don't worry about anything. Let's just pull away from the main pack. We'll overtake at some point. Oh, and there's an overtake now. So Graham down, or Edgar, sorry, down the inside. Oh, dear. And Bolofsky going wide and Ashcroft going wide as well. So Ashcroft now down into P4 here. So both Fusion drivers of Edgar and Bolofsky go through. That chops and change on that one.
Yeah, it's like so the ORM team had a nice 3-kart cushion at the front.
They did.
And the the 2 Fusion drivers, Edgar and Bolofsky, have sort of picked them off one by one.
Yeah,
like, you know, now
away.
There's just Domain leading to catch and pass. 5 minutes to go, so still plenty of time left. There's Sky Parker behind the number 83 kart of Ethan Woodward. And a little signal there from Ashcroft. Just to say, okay, let's go. No, it wasn't. It was, sorry, it was Blair Smith giving Teddy J. Porter a little signal there. So here's the top 4 round the carousel. Edgar and Bolofsky second and third. But they are being sandwiched by the number 5 of race leader Henry Domain and the number 8, 4th place man, Jacob Ashcroft.
What Henry Domain could do here right now as well, because he knows he's got, well, if he's looked behind him, he knows he can see a lot of his teammates close behind. So if he decided to, I'm just going to start to slowly edge this one back a little bit. Bring my mates into this.
That's a distinct possibility, and you can do that. That tactic would work at a place like Glenagorse. And he is starting to defend, so he's starting to back the pack up ever so slightly just to bring Baglin and Kanish Grau back into play. Change Kit Bolofsky into P2.
Yeah, exactly. So again, while they're doing that, that's allowed. Look how quickly they've closed up.
Oh, yes.
Just on that one there. So up in towards Spoon. He just edged it, came off the throttle a little bit early. Yep. Goes into the tighter line here.
Oh,
now he's under pressure,
he's left the door open, though.
Slightly. Bolofsky goes through, but slots back in. Not the normal common thing that we'd see where he gets nerfed out the train and all the way back to that group. He managed to go back and there we go. There we go. Final corner. That's the sort of lunges we're talking about there.
First paddock bend lunge of the day,
Indeed.
Courtesy of Henry Domain in kart number 5. Yeah. Now we're back to 6 karts up front, and again, Domain. Now that was but he's left the door open again for Kit Bolofsky. Bolofsky getting pushed along by his teammate George Edgar, and George. Now the ORM tactic has not worked because Bolofsky and Edgar are suddenly 1-2.
But now he's got teammates with him, but the teammates seem to be scrapping as well because Ashcroft's just gone through as well, and Ashcroft's not gone through. Baglin went through, so Ashcroft's now just gone back to this group.
Yep, he's got to the back of the group, and you've got the number 22 of Kanish Grau. Have noticed as well, what does Kanish Grau have?
A race suit. He's
yes.
got an ORM race suit.
I think it's by me absolutely bullying Oliver Rowland into buying him one. I think that's what he's got to be thankful for.
Yeah, potentially so. 3 minutes to go then.
And instantly, that pack is spreading out again because Bolofsky and Edgar aren't backing the pack up. They've pressed the Gloud pedal, they pulled the pin. Henry Domain has a little look up the inside. I mean, Domain twice, he was deliberately trying to back everybody up to get his teammates into the action, but twice he left the door open. So 2 small errors there, I have to say, from Henry Domain. Now he's got to try and fight back. 2.5 minutes to go. And of course, Bolofsky and Edgar are not defending whatsoever. There's the chasing group.
Yes, this is 7th downwards, led by Blair Smith, the number 45. Jesse Phillips in that group as well, with Teddy J. Porter. Sky Parker's there. Archie Lovett, Ethan Woodward, Antoni Witkowski, Riley Cranham also. They've all dropped down quite a few places. Archie Lovett's had a good race so far. 11 positions gained, the same as Laith Khan, actually. The number 78, currently in P23, gained 10 places so far in this race.
Laith Khan started at the back and is already up to 21st position. The leading non-Fusion RM driver is Jamie Green Racing's Will Green in kart number 54, that all-black liveried kart. Very distinctive kart to see. There is the chasing pack. Here's the lead group. It's a sextet.
There we go.
Oh, and Belofsky dives to the inside there. Edgar was having a little nibble, and that's brought everyone a little bit closer together. 90 seconds to go, out of paddock. Now, you can see Edgar, nose cone, planted on Belofsky's rear bumper. Pushing, 8 wheels working together. Domain is right there as well.
You can see Kit just going, oh, come on, go, really pushing that kart forward and back
Henry
down.
Domain, up into P2.
Back down the inside. It didn't work. There we go.
Well, it worked to an extent, but then, of course, Domain was the third driver in that, so it was 12 wheels working together. And, of course, Domain, with his nose resting on the rear bumper of Edgar's kart, when they turned to go uphill through turn 2, he could keep his nose on the rear bumper, and the sort of the natural trajectory would just ease Edgar wide and open the door for Henry Domain.
Yeah.
No contact, just ease.
Just ease, yeah. That's how you do it. Let's see what happens this time around then. Up the hill they go. Big look over the shoulder from Belofsky and from Domain. They can see they've got a little bit of a gap now.
Now let's have a look, see if the same tactical work. Now he swings
wide.
Cut back underneath, coming through turn 4 possibly. No, down the hill towards the carousel. Edgar's back in contention. Oh, Belofsky having to defend, so next time around they'll get the last lap board. Domain up the hill. Belofsky is going to have to defend, and if Henry... Oh, no, he doesn't defend. And there goes Henry Domain. Great opportunism there from Henry Domain. Oh, and George Edgar passes them both, and so does Noah Baglin.
Well, Belofsky didn't know that was coming from that one and had to really dive out of that one. Really lost momentum, and that just allowed Edgar to come straight through now, taking the lead on the final lap. Here we go then. Bring it home then, boys, as we're on the last lap, race 10, pre-final for IAME Cadet. And again, big look over the shoulder from Baglin. Baglin looking like he wants to go for the move here, potentially into Spoon Corner. No, they both go wide.
Oh, Henry Domain around the outside, he goes too wide. And that's going to cost him second place, is it? Yes, it is Edgar and Belofsky. Domain back to third, Baglin is fourth. No, make that Baglin. Yeah, he is fourth. He just holds off Kanish Grau and Jacob Ashcroft at the back of this. Oh, Jensen Graham, technical flag, championship leader. Well, he's going to be the championship leader no more. And side by side, Domain at the inside of Belofsky. Belofsky off. Oh, hey, over the curb. Wow, Air Jordan.
Well, dear me. Well, he's going to take the race win, but something tells me he's not going to finish that race on top. And it's 3 wide there, and the teammates gesticulating to each other. So at the end of that one, Kit Belofsky, after cutting the grass, going for a trip on holiday, going a little bit higher than everyone else.
I mean, some air traffic control needs to be made aware of that flight. But he'll say, well, I was forced off wide, which he was. I wonder if we can see a replay. Let's have a look at that again.
So
we'll pick it up just before that. Yeah. So Domain at the inside of Belofsky. He hits the curb, bounces Belofsky onto the grass. Belofsky, over that curb there, misses Devil's Elbow. I mean, Kit Belofsky will tell you there was no way he could regain the circuit.
No, especially there.
That is going to run and run. There's going to be, so provisionally, unofficially, Kit Belofsky crossed the line first and took the win in the pre-final. George Edgar second. Kanish Grau, in amongst all that, the Oliver Roller Motorsport drivers all sort of clattered into each other coming out of the final corner. It was 3 wide. Rao in third, Baglin fourth, Ashcroft fifth, Domain in sixth, Jesse Phillips is seventh, Blair Smith eighth, Teddy J. Porter ninth, Archie Lovett finished in 10th, then of Riley Cranham, Ethan Woodward, Lewis Islin, Sky Parker dropped to 14th there at the end, followed by Antoni Witkowski, Austin Newstead, Jensen Graham, he finished 17th, but obviously was technical flag, so he will not be classified 17th. Will Green is 18th, then Henry Carter and Lace Khan. There's some of the back markers. John T. Restrick there in kart 67, one of the privateers. Luca Narroway, the Croc promotion driver, he finished 33rd. And, Lewis Hamilton's been complaining about his back. But Kit Belofsky, that was a... normally you've got to pay about 18 quid at Alton Towers for a ride like that.
Yeah, that did look like a fun ride, didn't it?
The 20th, Colby Patterson. pushing his kart back.